The Redskins and the Bills were that close.
Yeah, and the Redskins ran into a buzzsaw last night.
They ran into a brick wall.
Who the hell hangs 55 like that?
Oh, the 49ers did back in the 80s.
Well, it's the most anyone hung in a conference championship game.
We got all that and more, and especially the frivolity that's going down with the NBA on TNT. Good Grigamiggets.
Do we really need to discuss that?
Yes, because it's funnier than hell.
Oh, shit. Let's go!
Can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Good morning. Welcome to the Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And this first hour, they're in. Where'd they go? You moved them again.
I didn't move shit. What are you talking about?
I let you
know
back
what?
in the damn truck for 1 minute.
You know what?
Okay,
you know what? This
it.
first hour brought to you by Invader Coffee. Fuel for the fearless.
Thank you. You rotten ass. I'm gonna get you for that.
You know what needs to be gotten is the NBA on TNT for this frivolous BS they're putting on.
As my late friend Alvin Washington said so many times and so eloquently, from the Ain't That a Bitch department,
this bull that the NBA on TNT is doing. And here's the thing, we're all confused.
The NBA All-Star Game or games,
depending on what happens in the next couple of weeks.
Unfortunately, we have to pluralize it.
Yeah.
Is a bunch of. I'm trying to be nice.
There's no reason to be nice when, quite frankly, it's just straight up.
Mm-hmm. It is. I mean, who
Who wrote this crap?
Thank you. You took the exact question out of my head. Who writes this stuff?
It's bad enough that we got LeBron headlining again. 21st year.
Man, do you know how many people are going to be eating that alive? And
Michael never did that.
And sucking it like they suck up. You fill in the blank.
Well, Michael never did 21 straight.
Michael never had to do 21 straight.
Nope.
Michael never needed to do 21 straight. Michael did what he needed to do, and he did more in 15 years than he ever did in 20, and then LaBitch ever did in 21 years.
And Michael didn't play any gimmicky games. These are when the games actually mattered.
You know, I go back to the Meadowlands Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The first All-Star game I ever watched in 1982.
Mm-hmm.
They played for the love of the game.
Oh, I know.
They played for the love of the game. And then there was a classic in 83 at the Forum.
You're right.
Anybody who hasn't seen that particular All-Star game, 1983 at the Fabulous Forum in Inglewood, look it up.
Definitely.
And then there was the 84 Classic in Denver, Colorado.
Right.
That went overtime. And my dad and I sat and watched that game, waiting for a winner, and it didn't happen until overtime happened.
Well, that's when you know it's a good game.
That's when you know it's a fantastic game.
Yeah, and now, again, that's when the games weren't gimmicky. Now, the last handful of NBA All-Star games have been so gimmicky, they belong on 2K.
Oh, God.
This is shit you would see on NBA 2K. I'm sorry, but that's what it is.
And then you got this shit where the people on TNT and NBA and TNT are picking the rosters.
Yeah, they've already drafted this is what confuses me. They've drafted the East and the West, but yet again, there's supposed to be 4 teams. What are we missing here?
Chris?
What in the all types of blue hell
is this?
Actually, I was thinking more towards the lines of, quite frankly, this.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating, high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Aminos, dominos, vamonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
Find the lie.
I got no lies found in that.
Oh
None.
my gosh.
Now,
and they think they're holding the All-Star game at a place I can't wait to visit on Snowman Stadium Tour, the Chase Center in San Francisco.
Yeah, they're breaking it in with this garbage.
They're breaking in the Chase Center
with this.
Yes, with this.
I mean,
give me this button here. Again, you know what? I got a better button. This will make Droid smile.
There. By God, it's Austin's music.
And I watched
because
that
this
very clip.
Because this all-star format is take it away.
Trays,
Who let this monkey in the truck?
Y'all,
I
okay,
keep getting locked out, but he
just
gets in.
Just a minute. We have to apologize for Droid's antics right away. Why, you ask? In celebration of his beloved Kansas City Chiefs being one step. And you know what? I drink to the Chiefs. All right. I toast the Chiefs. But see, I have water in here.
Oh,
my
Victor,
on-screen
get that
son.
Heresy out of there. Victor, get that heresy out of my face. He said could be worse. You could be talking about an NBA Cup version of the All-Star game.
Which is basically what this is.
Like I said, this belongs on doggone 2K.
Which is basically what this is.
Oh, the Playmaker
wants to do a hot seat.
Playmaker's here. Yeah. Victor Locke is here. DJ Gene says hello, 3P. Got to win the big one in New Orleans for it to be official. And my beautiful wife, who got me this for football season, said that the guys on TV were talking about a Chief Pete instead of a 3P. Feels that way, doesn't it?
Would be. That's what it would be. But the thing is, look at the damage Philadelphia did last night.
We'll take a break.
That was against the Commanders. They weren't even supposed to be there in the first place.
Well, the Redskins got there. And I'm not saying Commanders anymore. It's the Redskins. We'll talk about that. We'll break down both conference championships and do a whole lot more now that we got the frivolity out of the way. Snowman in the morning, back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
This is my daughter, Placenta. Boop. I'm sorry. Welcome back to this Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning with the droid and the dog. Snowman here. Time to break down some conference championship play. We're going to start in the NFC, and it's going to be a short breakdown because the Philadelphia Eagles stomped a mud hole in their ass and walked it dry.
Yeah, they did.
That's a short breakdown. We'll come back to that. We'll put a pin in that and pause that for a moment. But now we are going to have some fun.
Yes,
there's a hot seat to be had.
I'm gonna give some spit.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic black. I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
Here he is, folks, the playmaker.
Agent Zero.
Playmaker.
Solid. I was just gonna say, I got Big Dog calling me Agent Zero now.
Well, yeah. It's good. It is great to have you back on the show, man. We miss you.
Wait a minute, sir. We have the same mic. Hold on.
Shut up.
Hold on, sir.
Oh, dear God. Here we go.
That ain't the same mic.
It's the same mic.
It's the same mic? Okay.
It's the same mic.
It's the same mic.
It's the same mic. All right, Playmaker. You said you had someone.
Just a minute. Let's to the Fanatics feedback zone. We go very, very quickly. Y'all know who that is. Y'all know who this is because he's up here now. And that's a signal that I need to change something really quick, and I'm going to be able to do that. This fellow from Norway, Sig Diggy, greets us as well. We got all the party people up in here, and Agent Zero made a request of us. His original sentence was, quote, "I wish I could put somebody on the hot seat. Your wish is granted."
Hank, crank it up.
Now I'm going to get out of the way and say, Playmaker, cook their ass.
First, let me start off by saying that everybody who wanted to comment on my post and want to bring up the refs, do me a favor. Shut up.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I do not want to hear about the refs did this. That was supposed to have been a first down on 4th and 1. Shut up.
Right. Say it again. For those of us in the cheap seats at Old Candlestick Park, say it again.
Now, if you really want to break down the game from last night, Joe freaking Brady.
Yes, sir. This is on you.
What in the blue hell was you doing on that final drive calling plays?
You mean the question of
what in the all types of blue hell?
No, I'm going final boss route.
Ooh,
He's going rock route.
I'm going final boss route because that jabroni over there and Joe Brady forgot he had a running back by the last name of Cook.
Who
had
was
13
cooking
carries for 85 yards, which is 6.5 yards a carry, if my math is correct, with 2 touchdowns.
It is.
Can you guess how many times he touched the ball on the final drive?
None. N-U-N-N. None.
0.
Like I said, N-U-N-N. None.
We can all hate the fact that Patrick Mahomes is keep going to the Super Bowl, but guess what? You have stupid coaches on the other side that make it happen for him.
You know what I always say, Playmaker, and Playmaker, you've said this a few times on your program. It goes like this. To be the champs, you must unseat the champs.
1 year is 13 seconds where a defense can't make not one stop.
Not
13 seconds.
Dude, experiencing that as a Chiefs fan was sensational.
All right. Okay, defense sucked. Josh Allen didn't get the ball back. It is what it is. Chiefs goes to the Super Bowl. It is what it is.
Yep.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes don't have home field advantage no more. He has to go on the road to win games. Well, he went to Buffalo and beat
Won
Josh
a game.
Allen there.
He beat Josh Allen at Rich Stadium.
Oh, and then he went to Baltimore and beat Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Want no risk calls on that one? That
None.
Beat to the Super Bowl.
I did that game. None. They were
John Harbaugh and Tom Munker. They forgot how they got there was running the football.
Yep.
Let me say a quote I said last year. I wasn't on the show last year for this, but I said this to one of my buds on the old Growth Sportscast. I said, "Yeah, the refs totally made that kid go wide right."
And speaking of which,
I said the refs totally made that kid go wide right.
Run the football. We get to last night. A running back is literally averaging more than half a first down a carry. And you don't put him in the game when the game is on the line? Don't give him the ball when the game is on the line?
Don't!
We ain't talking 4.5, 3.5. This is 6.5 yards a touch. What are we doing? 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Everybody wanted that moment. Here we go. 3 minutes, 30. You had 3 timeouts plus a 2 minute one. You basically had 4 timeouts.
4 timeouts. And 2 more if you count Kansas City timeouts. They basically had 6 timeouts at their disposal because if they ran that series the right way, you make Kansas City use all their timeouts.
I'm not on a hot seat right now.
Sorry.
Your first play of the game, James Cook is not even in. You get a ball to Ty Jones, he loses a yard. Your second play, Josh Allen scrambles for a first down. Then your next 3 plays were all passing plays.
Yep.
See, what we need to get past as fans of the sport, get past the whole refs thing. Get past that because it's been clear that the opposing coaches forget the most fundamental thing in these type of games when it's clear and evident that you can do it to the Kansas City Chiefs. Run the football.
Run the ball.
If Lamar and Tom Munker run the football last year, we might maybe seeing the Chiefs going on 3-peat right now.
Mm-hmm.
If the Buffalo Bills remember about James Cook, we're not having this discussion right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was put in place for Josh Allen to succeed this time. You got the ball. It is your offense. You can do what you did last game, the last time you faced the Kansas City Chiefs, and you made sure that you put the game away. You didn't do that. You wanted to get pass happy. And what happened when you got pass happy? You gave the ball back to Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes said, well, they gave me the ball back. Josh Allen, you will not see this ball again. I'll be going to New Orleans, and you going back up to Buffalo.
In an empty and cold Rich Stadium.
Now, those of you who, if you want to put Sean McDermott on the hot seat, I would not push back because you know what? You is the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
You could have called time out and say, hey, what are we doing? Why is number 4 not in the game? Like, what?
What are you doing?
The stupidity of the opposing teams against Kansas City is irking my nerves to the brink. I
Same.
can't take it no more.
Same.
Facts.
I don't. You can say the refs. No, it's the stupidity of the opposing coaches.
Yep.
Do what got you there.
And the reason everyone blames the refs because it's the easiest scapegoat out there. They don't want to look in the mirror.
Say that again, please.
What got Buffalo here? A total team effort. Josh Allen did not need to be Superman. He didn't need to be Superman last night either.
And yet he tried to be Superman.
And what was the end result?
Kryptonite.
A big, fat, stanky. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
You're looking for that.
I'm looking for a craptacular.
Yeah.
And I do bring up a counter argument. There was definitely a lot of missed calls, but people need to remember this. To the day you die, refs are not perfect.
You gotta remember this to the day you die also. To be the champ,
My thing with the refs, and Snowman and Bit Dog can attest to this because I've been like this. The only times I get on the refs when it actually costs us the game.
When it actually costs the game.
Yeah. And like I said earlier,
we can go all the way back to when my LA Rams beat the Saints in the Superdome when they blatantly did not call pass
interference.
Yeah.
And what did I say? I said, well, I mean, Drew Brees did win the coin toss.
But then my counterpoint was the Saints left 20 points on the table throughout the course of regulation.
They did. And I remember I said, well, Drew Brees and New Orleans, they did win the coin toss in overtime.
Yep. And didn't take advantage of it.
They turned the ball over.
Yep.
And like I said earlier, everyone wants to blame the refs because it's the easiest scapegoat. They don't want to look in the mirror.
Hey, you think I was blaming the refs for what happened to the Rams against the Eagles? No,
I know this.
We had opportunities. We fumbled the football. You take one of the fumbles away, that's a win. And we talking about the Rams going to New Orleans instead of Philly.
Yeah, I do want to say, like, the Rams were definitely playing their hearts out in that Eagles game. It was obvious. It felt like I finally saw a team starting to diminish Saquon.
But by that time, the game was put away. By that time, the game was put in the back pocket, and they're walking off.
Oh no! So you thought until Nick Sirianni did what Nick Sirianni always does and gave the Rams another chance, and then went for Jalen Carter. The Rams would have won the game because guess who? Because if you actually go back and look at that sack, Snowman, look at it real closely, you'll see that Tyler Higbee got open on the post route.
Yep, I saw it. I saw that play. He was wide open.
Sirianni gave the ball back.
So this is my thing, and I hope Nick Sirianni does what he's supposed to do. You beat the Chiefs by controlling the game.
By controlling the football.
You run the football. Why does when we get to these points and back-to-back LC championship games, the team that is capable of beating the Chiefs forget to run the football, which is how they got there in the first place?
Because they got scared.
Baltimore last year, Buffalo last night. How y'all forget your most fundamental part of your whole team
is running the football?
The fundamental part of your whole team is running the football.
Most of the NFL forgot that this year.
And you just blatantly.
Also, in the AFC Championship last year, I think the Ravens do put a lot of blame on Zay Flowers for taking that stupid penalty. That left a lot of points on the table.
But
that wasn't the case this year.
No, it's like I said, James Cook, 6. When do you average 6.5 yards a carry and you don't get the ball more than 13 times?
And you don't see the ball in their final drive of the game.
That's a golden goal to say, hey, you know what? We can run. Let's just keep going until they stop it.
Right up the middle. They got gashed up the middle all night.
Yeah, there's no sense to run east-west, but you can just murder them north-south.
That's why I'm putting it on Joe Brady. Because his stupidity cost Buffalo another championship game. Now Bills Mafia. Oh my God. Now they got to deal with the fact that they lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. Now they got to deal with the fact that they lost to Patrick Mahomes 4 times in the playoffs.
Well, so many people are going through tables right now.
Oh, it ain't even like, okay, Kansas City, they just outplayed them. And what nothing Buffalo can do. It wasn't that. It was like, oh, y'all got this. Get the ball to James Cook. Run that clock down and pass the ball. Might not see it again.
That's all you do.
No, we wanna throw the ball.
Why?
We want to act like we in a 2-minute drill with less than 90 seconds left. No, you had 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning.
Say that again. 3 timeouts plus what?
Plus the 2-minute warning.
4 timeouts essentially.
And you want to throw the football
and stop the clock.
Y'all want to know the real reason why the Chiefs dynasty the way it is? It was because the opposing coaches do stupid stuff like that. They forget what got them there. And it's evident again last night.
Very much so.
Now I see why Joe Brady didn't want to be a head coach, because boy, that performance there would have had any team that was interviewing you scratching their head, because they'd have been like, what was he just doing in that last drive?
Yeah, what in the blue hell was that?
There's a bunch of bull.
So Joe Brady, you stay your butt in Buffalo, and you better make it up to Bills Mafia, because you owe them one. What they wanted was right in their hands, and you took it from them.
He owes them like 4.
Agreed.
And you just took it from him. You made Steve's Vallota job very easy. That's why Buffalo's going home. Because of stupidity in the coaching ranks. Take me off this hot seat.
I had it. It's not.
I had Frank in a headlock.
I was trying to figure it out because I had everything else ready to go, man. What the hell?
Matter of fact, Big Dog.
What?
Can it be saying I'm being serious, despite the Spygate, the flick, and all that, can the same thing be said during the Patriots run? The opposing coaches, they stopped doing what they need to do.
They did stupid stuff.
They really did, and that was because they were that worried about the fact of Brady getting the ball. They tried to push.
They were that
screwed up.
Yep, they were that worried. Look, in the Patriots dynasty, they were that worried about Brady. In the Cowboys dynasty, they were that worried about the triplets. And in the 49er dynasty, they were that worried about Montana and later Young. They got so worried. And now in the midst of the Chiefs dynasty, they're proving it. They were so worried that they went away from what they love to do.
Exactly. They went away from their game plan.
I'll give you a prime example. From 1989, NFC Championship, Candlestick Park, San Francisco. You know Jim Everett and the Rams wanted to throw the football.
Yep.
You know they wanted to throw the football all over the place. They had a chance to make a statement early in the game when Jim Everett on 3rd and 11 launched a pass, and here's a name from the past that a lot of people should remember. Willie Flipper Anderson.
Yes, sir. The man who has the most yardage in the game.
Was wide open. And Ronnie Lott scared the bejesus out of him.
Yep.
And made Anderson drop the ball. They settled for 3 and never scored again.
This is what happens when you get away from the game plan you set out for.
They settled for 3 and never threatened again in that game.
Hey, Joe, you're a Chiefs fan. How many games you seen and you know if the opposing team do what they've been doing, we actually might lose this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, literally,
and then all of a sudden it's like they not doing it.
Yeah,
that was basically the entirety of the season.
Yeah,
the
pretty much.
entirety of the season.
No lie there.
if Isaiah Likely just had a smaller shoe size, we would have lost that first game of the season.
Right, because Likely's foot came down out. Because Likely's foot came down out of bounds.
Not even his entire
it
foot,
stays in
just
bounds.
a big toe.
Let me ask Joy the question: if Isaiah Likely makes that catch and stays in bounds, are we having a different Chiefs season than what we had?
I don't know. It would definitely be a statement to Spagnuolo to change his defensive play style because you look at how that game ended up. That was mainly because there was a lot of mistakes from the Chiefs defense. And of course the offense had mistakes too, but a lot of the mistakes came from the defense. But I look at Spags and I look at Reed and I say, get your SHIT together, please. And maybe we don't block that kick against the Broncos. Maybe we don't we don't win the coin toss against Tampa. Maybe Kamara doesn't get hurt against us. There's a lot of what ifs from this season that if the other team just played their game, they probably could have won. We could have lost to the Panthers, the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Because Chuba Hubbard was having a game of his life.
And
we almost lost to him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I point to so many different things from this year. And then last year, you got to realize if Shanahan knew the rules, then we probably would have lost the Super Bowl. We would not be talking about no 3P. We would just be wondering if the Chiefs would be getting their third ring in the last 5 years.
He's making my point. Coaches, it's costing their teams games against the Chiefs.
Do stupid.
And then you go back to the Ravens game. If Harbaugh just ran the ball, you probably would have been fine. Like, we would have been in that Super Bowl if Harbaugh just ran the ball. It would have been Ravens 49ers. I guarantee you the 49ers would have won. And we would not be talking about, Purdy just all this and all that. We wouldn't be talking about that.
And I still say leave Brock Purdy alone.
But you also got to look back to, I'm going all the way back. I'm going to the 2019 Super Bowl against the 49ers. If Jimmy G,
if they keep running Raheem, I'll finish your sentence for you. If they keep running Raheem Mostert, who was starting to gain yards in chunks, A, he damn near sets a rushing record for the Super Bowl, and B, we're not having this conversation about the Chiefs dynasty because the 49ers would have waxed their ass up 20-10 with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. One more score puts it out of reach.
And you got to be honest, you also got to put down defensive coordinator. You got to put a lot of down defensive coordinator. You should not be giving up that many points in that short span of time. I'm sorry.
You should not be giving up that many
I love you, Brian.
Also, you should.
I love you, Brian.
For you.
You can't put it on Mostert. You can't put it on Jimmy G. You couldn't put it on Shanahan. You had to put it on the defensive coordinator because he's the one calling the shots on defense, and he was the one that screwed them over.
Oh, I'll put it on Shanahan because Shanahan is a repeating thing. Shanahan has a problem with holding double-digit leads in most important games.
Yeah, he's done it twice in the Super Bowl.
The entirety, that 2019 run was so weird because the entirety of that 2019 run, we were down in all those games. Every single game, we were down by double-digit points. And we came back in all those games. We ran out of fireworks against the Texans, if that even makes a statement.
And I remember y'all ran out of touchdown fireworks because no one expected the Chiefs to come back from 24 down in 10 minutes.
And then we also had the Titans game. If the Titans just kept running Derrick Henry, they would have been fine. They would have been golden.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't be talking about the AFC Championship being between I believe it was Bills that year too. Bills and you would be talking about Bills, Chiefs. No, you'd be talking about Bills, Titans, and the Bills probably would have went to the Super Bowl.
A repeat of 2019.
I guarantee you, Bills Titans. That would have been a great AFC Championship. But then we got an even more historic one because that started a rivalry unborn, just like how the Panthers Bruins rivalry just started. It starts with a playoff game. Rivalries always start with playoff appearances, and this is 4 consecutive games between Bills Chiefs where the Bills lost. And I look back at every one of those games too, Playmaker. I look at those games too. If they just kept doing their thing, if Allen was able to keep scrambling, I guarantee you, I wouldn't have that poster behind me. I wouldn't have 3 rings in my lifetime. Right. I would still have my 1 Royals ring and my 1 Kansas National Championship ring, and that's it. I would still have only 2.
This is what I want people to understand. You just noticed we just went through and we just told you different games where the opposing coaches
and coordinators within
didn't do their job.
Right.
And another thing is people go back and try and make up BS with calls. You even admitted that was pass interference in that Rams Saints game. That was blatant. And it wasn't called. So what? It's the game's over. It's happened. It's in the past. People are still complaining about it. I don't care.
Let me go back to that Saints Rams NFC Championship game, and I'll say a point that I said earlier in the show, and I will continue to say as we make comparisons to the AFC Championship last night. The New Orleans Saints left 20 points on the table at the very least throughout the points of the game. You pick up those 20 points, this part of the conversation is not even had.
True.
If Dante Fowler doesn't do a stunt,
you pick up those 20 points, and this conversation is not even had.
If Dante Fowler doesn't do a stunt around and gets to Drew Brees, forcing him to throw a pick,
right?
The Rams are not in the Super Bowl
because
everybody knew. Oh, Drew Brees won the coin toss and is in the Superdome. Well, we had our chances, but here comes Drew Brees and them. They can make up for the missed call. Here we go. It is what it is. No, Dante Fowler does the stunt. John Johnson gets the pick. Jared Goff leads them down the field to win the game.
And I also go back to those Patriots games too. There were definitely many points where you wouldn't even be talking about no dynasty, if the opposing team just did their job.
You're not wrong.
One of those things includes the Seahawks. If they had just gave it to Lynch in that final drive down the field, if they just gave it to Marshawn, that would not be a Patriots Super Bowl.
Yeah, if Russell Wilson didn't try to be a flipping hero and just did what they were doing and that's carve us up on the interior,
I mean,
it's a whole different ball game.
It's 1st and goal from the 5-yard line, and Marshawn Lynch gains 4 of them. Why the hell wouldn't you give him the ball to finish the drive and finish the game?
We all remember beast mode.
How did Mike Francesa put it? Line up, block it, power, touchdown. He goes in backwards.
And we all remember beast mode, how strong of a player he is.
Yes.
That's the entire point of running it with Lynch is because he's getting in no matter what they do. He's going to just plow through them. He's going to give at least one defender a stiff arm before he gets in too.
Right.
We can look at the Pittsburgh Steelers doing the Patriots dynasty. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to change your defense up? Because your defense that you play, Tom Brady kills you every time. Nope, you're not going to change it up, man. You continue to get killed.
And I also, if you go back to that Atlanta Falcons game, the Falcons-Patriots game, we would be talking about Matt Ryan having one of the greatest Super Bowl performances of all time. If the Falcons didn't keep passing, I guarantee you, we would be talking about that Matt Ryan championship for years to come.
Easily. But yet again, Matt Ryan tried to do what Matt Ryan does, and that's go deep, and it ended up costing him.
That wasn't
who's the offensive coordinator for that game?
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan.
I said, Kyle Shanahan has a history of having double-digit leads in important games and not finishing the deal.
And not finishing the job.
And now everybody clowns on these 2 sets of numbers, 28-3.
Mm-hmm.
To this day.
Yes, we do.
And you know why? In all these scenarios that we talked about, one thing didn't happen. The team who had the opportunity chose not to run the football.
Not to run the football. That's a playmaker, Darnell Sollins, making an emergency appearance and putting the hot seat on. We got plenty of heat left, but thanks, playmaker, so much for coming on. We appreciate you, man.
No problem.
Thank you. Come back soon, will you please? We miss you.
I do what I can.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic, but I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
Phew. Thank you, Playmaker, for all of that. When we come back, I have a hot seat of my own.
Good thing we brought the big tanks today.
Oh, I got extra. I got extra. And you know what makes it so great? My father-in-law is bringing them.
Just as long as it's not Father O'Shaughnessy. Shit.
We'll be back.
Shorzy by Billy Bud.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Why does that commercial make me laugh so much?
Oh, there's
the last one with Chris Bass.
Because, quite frankly, everybody lost it.
That would be it. That would be it. All right, we got a lot of coaches making moves. We'll discuss that at the top of the next hour. But I have a little something of my own. Dad, bring the tank in.
Oh, boy.
Give me this goddamn camera.
Cook.
Look, to the people who run or kind of run, maybe wish they ran the All-Star game, please go away.
Adam Silver, anyone?
Because you ruined it. You ruined the All-Star festivities. You make it more of a dance show and a spectacle than a game. What happened to playing with defense? What happened to playing with pride? What happened to playing for your conference that actually gives a damn and actually giving a damn about the game? Actually, can't talk.
That went out the window a handful of years ago, and now it feels like it's a 2K matchup.
It'll forever be a 2K matchup. Matter of fact, you know what I think about the All-Star festivities?
It's Austin! It's Austin!
As I've said before many times during the picks, and I now bring it to the NBA. Hell no! You can't make me do it. You ain't gonna make me do it. And that's that. Matter of fact, here's what I think about the All-Star game in its current format.
So I realize that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
That's what I think about the current format of the All-Star game. And to think they had it in, what the hell is that name with the scoring style where you have to reach a certain point?
21?
No. I mean, it had a name to it. It had a last name to it, and I can't think of it right now.
No.
Those of you in the chat that can think about, you know, how they play 3 quarters, and then the 4th quarter, you got to make a certain number. You got to make a certain point total. There's a name to that.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember the name.
There's a name to that. So whomever is the first to remind me in the chat of how that scoring style is and what the name of it is, you have a T-shirt coming. And I mean it. Matter of fact, I'll just say you have a gift coming from Snowman in the morning. Anyway, It sucked in Chicago. And to think about they had that kind of game in Chicago in 2020. Really? You could have ruined the United Center in my city, my hometown, with that piece of grade A homogenized Holstein bullshit.
And now they're doing it in the Chase Center.
Now they're doing it in the Bay. You know what? I'm done. Get out of here. Okay, you can come back. Where'd the kid go?
He took off.
Something happened to him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did hit halftime after all.
Yeah, we did. All right. Let's do halftime. And when we come back, coaches making moves, coaches making stupid moves, and Jay Spivey will join us at the bottom of the second hour. Snowman in the morning, and Boyle, Snowman is feeling great. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals, chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, Sleet or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I am one of 3 black men who have called a Super Bowl. Me, Greg Gumbel, the late Greg Gumbel, and I hate saying that, and my good buddy Dave Sims.
Right.
He did it for Westwood One for a few years. All right. Second hour is where are you at? Second hour is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use the code Snowman for $20 off of your first purchase. It's only through the power of SeatGeek where fans can fan. Dear Dallas Cowboys, I choose this.
It's Austin! It's Austin!
At least you know who is coming in when you hear that music. I want to know one thing. Who in the Vita Blue Hell is Brian Schottenheimer?
Marty's kid.
Is he actually a good coach?
That's about saying, dealing with Marty's kid, about saying as much as Back to the Future.
I'm going to hit you for that. I'm going to hit you for that because now that movie's in my head, that damn car is in my head, and all those Marty McFly jokes that you make are in my head now. All right, let's be serious. Who the hell is Brian Schottenheimer? And is he actually good enough to lead this team?
He could be if given the right pieces, and if Jerry actually trusts him.
Say that again, please.
If Jerry actually trusts Schottenheimer, he'll actually be decent. But it's Gerald.
And Gerald is looking for a yes man. He found it.
He's looking for more yes men than when Vince had Briscoe and Anderson all over him. And Patterson.
We all know how that ended.
Yeah, badly.
At the Mecca in Milwaukee in 1998.
Yeah, we do.
Over the edge. I remember that fight.
Big time.
With Mick Foley, a.k.a. Dude Love at the time.
One of his many personas.
Which is why he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, if Brian, what the fuck? Schottenheimer.
Yep.
Is the coach. Who's the offensive coordinator?
They're thinking about bringing in Eberfools.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You mean to tell me the Cowboys are thinking about Eberfools? Or as I call them, Uberfools after that Detroit debacle where he was fired?
There's going to be a whole lot of this.
This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation.
And they're expected to make him the defensive coordinator. What the hell is that? What the hell are y'all doing? Really?
What? Yeah. There's a whole lot of this also going on in Dallas right about now.
Bitch, please.
And
so I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, get all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Aminos, dominos, vamonos. Stupid university. Where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
Man, stupid university is going to have to start paying us for all the recruits we're sending over.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad. That's just sad.
It's stupid. I mean, they actually think that when they're thinking of hiring Uberfools as their defensive coordinator. Ugh!
You for real?
I wish I was kidding about that, but I'm not. I'm not kidding about that. Wish I was, but I'm not.
Stop it. Get some help.
Keep
English. Do you speak it?
Keep the buttons coming while I regain my composure. Because thank you, Dolomite. Because I don't see the Cowboys winning more than 5 games next year. Now, there are a lot of things that depend on that, like what they do with the draft and all that kind of stuff. What they do with the draft, what they do in free agency, how their team is going to heal, because they had a lot of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a lot of injuries. But I don't know.
Wait a minute. Dallas actually do something smart in the draft?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
You're right. Hell to the no. Let's take a break. We come back. More coaching moves, including Ben Johnson choosing the Bears.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Ah, hell. Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, darling. SNWN Multimedia and SIT Morning is where you can follow us. Okay. Ben Johnson shows the Bears. Let me repeat that. Ben Johnson decided to leave a building offense in Detroit, and he chose Caleb Williams and the Bears. Give me this button here. Give me the
Come on!
Pretty soon, Ben Johnson will be screaming,
I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Now, again, it depends on a lot of things that may happen, could happen. We don't know. We just don't know.
Including a hearse rolling up to Virginia McCaskey's office.
I couldn't.
No.
Shut up, bitch. Oh my God.
Shut up, bitch. But no, what's this do for the Bears? Let's be serious for about 2 seconds. What's this do for the Bears?
Well, they couldn't exactly draft Jesus to be their head coach, but this is actually not a bad move. It's not a bad move because, Ben knows offense.
Mm-hmm.
And with what Detroit did this past season, they might be able to actually pull something out of the old bag of tricks with Chicago.
Might be in the operative void.
Now, granted, draft will help. You need to fix your front seven. Virginia, if you're listening, there's your key to your draft. And make sure Caleb's jersey stays clean.
I think a lot of teams that miss the playoffs need to shore up their offensive line. One of which I know needs to shore up their offensive line is my beloved 49ers.
Well, it doesn't hurt. You guys were hurt most of the year.
I know that. I mean, we were littered with a litany of injuries all throughout the season.
You were.
It began when we didn't come into the season with Christian McCaffrey.
That didn't help.
Be that as it may,
y'all still sniffed the playoffs.
Yeah, we were close, but oh hell. Here I go again. Give me this camera. Dear 49ers, do me a favor, will you please? Fix the goddamn line. I mean, yeah, we got Trent Williams, who's the best left tackle in the NFL. We got Dominic Pooney, who was an outstanding rookie, but we lost him. We lost our center, Jake Brendel. We were littered with injuries, but there are offensive linemen available, man. There are many an offensive linemen available to choose, just like you snatched Dominic Pooney, right?
Yep.
Just like you snatched him in the draft. Now, if I know San Francisco, they're gonna wait until like the 4th or 5th round. But you got some first rounders available at the offensive line. You got chances, man. They have chances. Matter of fact, tankathon.com, and thank you, Bay, for this site reference. Offensive tackle, there it is. You got Will Campbell available from LSU, Kelvin Banks from Texas, Josh Simmons from Ohio State, and Kelvin Banks is the smallest one of them of the three that I just named at 6'4" and 324. There are chances, man. Just fix the line and please get healthy. All right. Why did I make this a hot seat? Because it's a point of contention that I've had for the last 3 years. Fix the line, please. I beg of you. All right, get out of here.
Oh, well, now you see, you're not the only team that needs to fix that front line, but thankfully, New England managed to pull a few strings to help themselves out as well.
Who the hell let you in here?
Oh, I kicked his ass. What are you going to do about it? Now, give me this flipping camera.
There.
It's a good thing we got rid of 38-day-old Mayo. It was really starting to stink the place up. We hired Mike Vrabel, of all the people, to fill in this gap that we needed. Now, granted, he did somewhat well with Tennessee. 3 AFC championship appearances with a quarterback that was, well, let's just say he was on Dak Prescott's level. And somehow Vrabel took that team to the playoffs. And now what does Vrabel do first thing? He rehires Josh McDaniels.
Huh?
Mike Vrabel has brought in Josh McDaniels for a third time.
Offensive coordinator, I'm guessing.
Yes. I mean, this is actually a very, very smart move. Because if anything, McDaniels will actually be able to settle Drake May down.
True. Very true. Very true.
But, of course, that still also relies on the fact that if Kraft mac and cheese bread actually lets Vrabel actually handle things.
Mm-hmm.
That mac and cheese bread's getting crustier by the day up there in the owner's office. Don't even get me started.
You're stupid. I love it.
This is what happens when it takes a couple of weeks to get back. I got a lot to say.
Where were you the last couple of weeks?
Dealing with bar fights down at O'Flaherty's because of the fact of how bad things went. I had to give a couple of last rites, including to the Bruins.
Well, you did that early in the season.
Well, that's because we don't have goaltending. We have absolutely zero goaltending.
Well, I could have told you that.
Oh, yeah, well, tell that to everyone down at O'Flaherty's after they've had a few too many Sam Adams.
I did.
How well did that work out for you?
I got the hell out when I had a chance.
Smart. Unfortunately, I couldn't. I had to try to help the Don revive all of his losses.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was not a pretty sight.
And Don lost a lot, too. I know he did.
Oh, way too much. But
lost a lot.
But no, thankfully, New England is already starting to set things out on the right foot.
Yeah, true.
And how about the hiring that the Las Vegas Raiders did, bringing Pete Carroll back?
Pete Carroll.
We all know that was a Tom Brady pick since Tom Brady partially owns the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how objective could Brady be if the Raiders actually made it to the Super Bowl?
Yikes.
Exactly.
Again, yikes. Just plain yikes.
Massive yikes.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that needs to be on the hot seat today, and Hank, thank you for bringing the extra tank for this one, is the offensive lines for most of these NFL teams.
Uh-huh.
The front seven for Chicago are an absolute sieve. Yes, even though those of us up here in New England watch other teams because we want to see how the other side lives. And sometimes, yes, the grass is greener.
Mm-hmm.
But the front seven for Chicago is an absolute sieve, and Virginia McCaskett needs to fix that.
Front seven is a joke.
We do need to shore up our offensive line here as well up here in New England, but we also need to work on our wide receiving core.
Mm-hmm. Need a couple. Bad.
Yeah, especially with the play that we had earlier this year from some of our rookies.
Mm-hmm.
I think Josh McDaniels coming back will actually be helpful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was absolutely no continuity in the doggone team this year. Again, New England is a culture team. And there was absolutely zero culture underneath 38-day-old Mayo. No, wait, that was the problem. There's too many cultures underneath them. But the fact of the matter is, there are so many offensive lines, whether it's from Denver to Chicago to up here in New England to the Jets. Jets, don't even get me started on the fact that you idiots are still playing Madden to try to figure out your offensive line. I had to borrow his joke.
Of course.
So, for those teams that want to know how to be the Chiefs and how to beat the Chiefs, the first thing you need to do is look internally and get your offensive lines working.
Yeah.
And then you can figure out how to stop Mahomes. Because Mahomes is unstoppable at this point.
That he is.
Could we see a Chief Pete? I'm praying not, but that's beside the point.
I think a lot of people are.
Yeah, but unfortunately, even Jesus is a Chiefs fan.
Mm-hmm.
I found that out the hard way. Look at what they've done to us. I need to get up and go back down to O'Flaherty's. I'm being told there's another fight breaking out.
Oh, jeez. Do you have another lump on your head?
The hell happened? The hell happened?
What do you mean? What happened? What did happen?
That's what I want to know, man. I was here in the hot seat, just kicking it. Next thing I know, Father ends up kicking me upside the head
again.
Oh, he smacked me with a Jets Edition Madden cover.
You wrong.
Those things hurt, man. It's like a
Jets
brick.
Edition Madden cover. I don't want it.
Thing felt like a brick.
Well, yeah, duh. Because that's all they threw during the regular season was bricks.
Well, that explains why it had a big old 8 on the cover. I at least saw that before getting smacked.
And the lights went dead.
Yep. They did.
Good grief. Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meet of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit SnowmanMultimediaSports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to SnowmanMultimediaSports.com/Fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Down the stretch we come here on this Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning, as it is 38 past the hour. And you know what? Since we're talking about games, how about some game shows that we want to come back? How about that?
Oh, there's been a handful of them that have been revived. Hollywood Squares is making its third return.
Yeah, and it's going to be on CBS in the daytime.
No, they're actually moving it tonight.
Oh, they are moving it to nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay. The theme you hear is that from Match Game. And I'm talking about the Gene Rayburn kind.
Which is still aired on Game Show Network.
Yes, it is. And Buzzer. What are you drinking?
Just some water.
Okay. That's what I have here.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'd love to see like Press Your Luck come back more fluidly. You know, instead of coming back.
You went in my head to bring that one out.
I mean, it comes back every so often,
but it's
only around for like 8 or 10 episodes.
Yeah, and it's an hour-long episode at that.
Yeah.
That's not fluid.
No. I'm even $100,000 Pyramid.
There you go. You keep naming them, and I'll keep bringing them.
I mean, they've even brought back stuff like Scrabble on CW.
Hold on.
And
they brought back Scrabble?
They brought back Scrabble on CW. Raven Simone's hosting.
Oh, God. I do not have a word to say.
Which leads to the perfect transition because we got somebody who has joined us.
Oh, yeah, we do. Hit the button.
Oh, you mean from North Carolina? Him?
Here he is. Jay Spivey joins us on the Invader Coffee guest line. What's up, Jay? Good to have you back.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's up, Jay?
Man, did you yell yourself weak again?
No.
I've been sick all week, so I'm just trying to get over whatever I have.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
Dude.
Back into the flu get you?
I don't know what I have, frankly. So I thought I had a cold, and it's gotten worse the last couple of days. So I don't know what I have, really.
Been there with that. I don't think I told Jay this funny story of my first battle with COVID. I got COVID Christmas Day of 2021. I went upstairs, I laid down, and about an hour and a half later, my wife comes up, and she's not feeling well either. And she looked at me and she says, "I'm willing to bet you caught COVID." I say, "I'm willing for that bet too." Took the test. Guess what? Got COVID. Wife took the test 24 hours later. She has COVID. So we're in the house for the next 10 days. The Colts were playing the Jaguars in week 18. I still had enough strength to do the interview with Matt Taylor, who is my good friend and the voice of the Colts. We watched that first drive of the Jaguars marching it right down the field on the Colts and socking them in the mouth and stick it in the end zone. I looked at Jody and she looked at me and we're like, we're taking a nap. This game's over.
Sounds about right.
Speaking of this game's over, Jay, can the Panthers do anything to get back on track? Because we talked about that earlier in the show.
Well, they got better into the regular season, but I think that's caused, again, the key component here is if Tepper let his football people run the football team.
But that ego is going to tend to get in the way.
But
You've
they're
said
a
it many
long
times.
way from being really legitimate.
Mm-hmm. That ego of his is going to get in the way, and it's something that you've mentioned a ton of times with not just the Panthers, but with the Hornets as well.
Oh, the Hornets are a disaster.
That's an understatement.
The Panthers get all the pub because it's the NFL, obviously, but boy, the Hornets are just a disaster.
Man, the Hornets are a train wreck right now.
They have no chance of ever really competing, at least the way they're currently constructed.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe they have a chance to compete either.
They need to kind of go with I'm not saying this to this extent, but they need to kind of go with the same model that Oklahoma City's gone with, where you just draft, because that's the only way that you can compete. I've told you all a million times that people don't want to listen to this, but free agents are not coming to Charlotte. They're not coming to Oklahoma City either.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
So you got to go with the model that these smaller market teams have,
and build through the draft.
And they're not doing that because they always draft in the middle of the first round.
And LaMelo Ball, oh goodness, is he actually an all-star this year?
Well, he wasn't, but he shouldn't be either.
He shouldn't be.
They haven't announced.
Why are people voting for him when his basketball game, well, let's say it frankly, sucks?
Name recognition. That's the only reason LaMelo actually matters in this at all.
The whole team sucks. The whole league sucks.
The whole league. Oh gosh, the
quality of basketball is terrible.
Beyond terrible.
And you wonder why the ratings are down?
The quality is terrible.
You don't want to see. I know he's changed basketball. I get that, but just because Steph Curry can shoot 3-pointers doesn't mean that every single player in the league should shoot 3-pointers.
Thank you.
Why are 7-footers shooting 3-pointers?
I haven't seen this many threes. I haven't seen this many threes jacked up in a league since the last 2K tournament I watched.
Let me tell you a stat that I saw in one of the games, and Jay brought this to my attention in the conversation. When you have two teams hoist up 93-point field goal attempts, not 9, 90.
Oh.
It's awful.
I know this is college basketball, so I'll say that up front. I mean, it's totally different than NBA, but it's kind of going that same realm. And I see it at all levels of basketball. It is the quality of play has gotten so bad it's hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the Wake Duke game on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the two teams combined 12 for 50 from 3. That's hard to watch.
I'll give you one. The last that they played last night, OKC in Portland. 28 for 70.
Is that combined or one team?
Combined. OK was 10 of 30. Portland was 18 of 40.
Oh, 18 for 40 is really not that bad, but 40 attempts is way too many.
Exactly.
It's way too many.
The fact that they took 43-point field goal attempts.
I mean, 18 for 40 is really a pretty good percentage. But 40 attempts is way too many.
Listen, I had an argument with somebody that claimed LeBron was the greatest.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's more. There's more. There's another name he mentioned to me, James Harden.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, thank you.
How in the world is he even considered?
I'll tell you why the fellow who brought it to me considered it, because Harden 2 years ago averaged 37 points per game.
And
I said, listen. I said, listen, you can't put James Harden and Michael Jordan in the same conversation. And he said, why not? I said, I will tell you a mind-blowing stat that many people don't believe, but I watched it happen. See, in the 86-87 season, Michael Jordan averaged 37.1 points per game. You know how many 3-point field goals he attempted that season?
Not many. He didn't shoot that many.
A dozen. In 82 games, he attempted a dozen 3-point field goals and averaged 37 points per game. His jump shot was improving. His mid-range game was improving. We all know he could attack the rim. He only needed to take 12 3-point field goal shots in a season.
Now nobody can even shoot a mid-range jumper.
Nobody knows what it is.
No, it's either a dunk or a 3-pointer.
Mm-hmm. And which fills up the highlight sheet and the stat sheet, but it doesn't fill up for me. And Jay, I know you've said this also. It doesn't fill up the basketball sheet for me.
No, it doesn't. And listen, I'm thrilled to death that I could have gone to that game Saturday, and it was a fun atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
But a good chunk of the game was unwatchable
because they kept hoisting up 3-pointers.
I mean, it was hideous. And Cooper Flaggett is great. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But why is a 7-footer shooting? I mean, he basically hung out on the 3-point line. He wasn't inside at all unless he drove to the basket.
All day.
I mean, come on.
He never gets to the basket. And yet teams are going to be drooling all over him.
Oh, he'll easily be the number 1 pick.
Teams are going to be drooling. These teams are going to be drooling all over him. And with him being the projected number 1 pick, who gets him?
Well, they're all tanking for him, but I mean, it doesn't matter unless you win the lottery.
Mm-hmm. Because the tanking rule was exposed by one David Stern when he blamed the Houston Rockets for tanking in 83, 84. And
I guarantee it won't be the Hornets.
No, it won't be they don't know how.
They don't, please.
They don't know how.
They'll rig it so the Hornets will never win the lottery.
Which brings the ultimate what if into the conversation. What if one day, one sad, crazy day, they did win the NBA lottery?
Oh, dear
and wanted
God.
to be the number 1
that
pick.
would be the year that there's nobody worth drafting. I mean, that's going to happen. That's like this year.
Yep.
That's like this year in the NFL draft. I mean, there's not a real number 1 pick this year.
There's
not a great quarterback. So who are you going to draft?
Well, you know who's at the top of the pile for the NFL to draft first? Shedeur Sanders.
That's who I draft.
Shedeur Sanders is there at the top of the draft, and whoever takes him better be smart enough to build around him. But here's a question for you, Jay. Who do you think will draft Shedeur Sanders? Who do you think will take a chance on him?
Well, yeah, he's going to be in the top 2 or 3 picks. It's just a question of who and how they trade for him.
Right. Because there will be some trade movement for him. I am pretty much guaranteeing that.
No, there'll be trade movement for him, Travis Hunter, and doggone Genty.
Well, to me, it sounds like the number 1. It sounds like most people project at least the quarterback number 1 pick to be Cam from Miami. To me, Shedeur is way better than Cam, in my opinion.
Yeah. What about Jackson Dart?
Well, I saw him in person. I mean, he's probably he is just because he's a quarterback. I mean, there's such a dearth of quarterbacks now.
Yeah.
And as we've talked about 1,000,000 times on this show, it's the worst coach position in all sports.
Yes, it is.
And I've heard this over the last couple of weeks, especially in the playoffs, where, you know, I know it's kind of changing. The position itself is changing. But I think a large part of the reason it's changing is because people don't develop quarterbacks to how to throw in the pocket anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to all start running. They all run.
Sad thing to be happening right now.
I mean, the first sign of any trouble with any kind of blitz, whether it be a blitz or not, they start running.
They start running. They don't keep their eyes downfield. They don't just move the pocket to the left or to the right so they can have some room and some time to throw.
They don't move up in the pocket. They don't move to the side of the pocket. They just start running.
They just start running. And we've seen that a lot lately in the NFL. And here's another point. We talked about this earlier. Teams don't want to run the football anymore. Why are teams so allergic to running the ball?
Well, I hope that changes now. That with Saquon Barkley, I hope this sort of changes a little bit because
me too.
You could argue that was one of the worst decisions of the history of the NFL to let him just walk to your division rival for nothing.
And now Saquon's playing in the Super
He's
Bowl.
had a phenomenal season.
And now Saquon's playing in the Super Bowl.
And somehow the two guys who let him walk are still coaching and general managing his previous team. I don't understand that at all.
Me neither. I counted Brian Daboll to be gone.
I thought both Daboll and Shane would be gone. You can't let him walk and embarrass you like he has this year.
They didn't want to pay Saquon Barkley, and they mistakenly paid Daniel Jones instead of telling
who's
Saquon,
not even on the team anymore.
No, who's not even on the team anymore. I'm like, what in the world is that?
Just let him walk.
To Philadelphia, a division rival. A division rival that's not.
The Eagles are a far better team right now than the Giants. I get that. But that doesn't mean he didn't have a good year this year.
They're not looking at that.
But I hope we're sort of turning the corner now, and I hope it kind of changes in the draft and in free agency the next couple of years with this.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you guys are probably of the old mindset where if you weren't, it's either quarterback or a running back that ran things.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Emmitt Smith or Walter Payton or anybody, any of the great ones, Barry Sanders, any of them.
Marshall Faulk,
Marshall
any of those guys.
Roger Craig.
Could you imagine letting them walk?
New England did. Curtis ended up going to the Jets.
Just let them walk. Oh, we can get a guy in the third or fourth round.
And they never do. All right, we're going to put a bow on this puppy. Jay Spivey joining us here on the program. Jay, want you to get well and come back with us next Monday.
I'll be here.
All right.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you. We appreciate you. That's it, and that's all. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move, and always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. So long, everybody. I'm going to get me a quick nap because I was falling asleep at the end of the show.
Joel Embiid, you still a bitch. Later, everybody.
Bye.